Hey guys, this is Carrie Rhinehart, and this is 5-Minute Math. Today I'm going to look at linear inequalities. If you're following along in the book, it's from Algebra 1, Unit 3, and I'm looking at Lesson 8. Alright, so it's like graphing lines, but it's got a separate portion to it where we have to shade because it's an inequality, not an equation. So let's look at an example of an inequality. So 3x plus 2y is greater than or equal to negative 2. Okay, the best thing to do when you're graphing lines, even if they're linear inequalities, is to get it into slope-intercept form, which is y equals mx plus b. So we want to get y by itself here. I'm going to go ahead and draw my vertical line. I want to get y by itself, so I've got to get rid of the 2 and that 3x. Well, it's 2 times y, and that's a plus 3x, so we need to get rid of the plus 3x first. I'm going to subtract 3x from both sides. Okay, so that those cancel. So I've got 2y is greater than or equal to. When you're trying to get into slope-intercept form, you want to put your x first because mx is first. So I'm going to write negative 3x minus 2. All right, next I need to divide by 2 so that I can get y by itself. Okay, so that those cancel and I get y is greater than or equal to. Well, with this, you need to make sure that you divide both of these by 2. So negative 3 over 2 doesn't reduce. It's just negative 3 halves. Don't forget your x. And then negative 2 over 2 is negative 1. So we end up with the inequality y is greater than or equal to negative 3 over 2x minus 1. Okay, so now we're going to graph it just like we would a line, but you have to watch out for a few things. First of all, you have to look at the inequality symbol. If it's greater than or equal to, or it's less than or equal to, it's got that equal to sign, you're going to have a solid line. Okay? But if it was just less than or it was just greater than, then you're going to have a dashed line. So in this case, we're going to have a solid line because we've got that equal to portion. So when I graph it, my y-intercept, since it's in slope-intercept form, is negative 1. So I'm going to plot that on here. There's negative 1. And my slope is negative 3 over 2. So that means I need to go down 3 and right 2 to get another point. Okay, I'm out of room going to the right, but I could go in reverse and go up 3 and left 2 to get another point. And I could do that again, up 3 and left 2. Okay, now I'm going to get my straight edge. And this is solid. Just watch out for those inequalities. Make sure that it's solid. And if it's dashed, be sure to dash it. Put my arrows. Okay, and one more thing you have to do with these inequalities is to figure out where you're going to shade. And there's a couple ways to figure it out, but I think the easiest is to look at the equation. If you have it in slope-intercept form, and y is on the left like we have it here, look at the inequality symbol. Read it out loud. It says y is greater than or equal to, but we really want to focus on the greater than. It says y is greater than the negative 3 halves x minus 1. So it's got to be greater than this line. Well, greater, okay, when you're looking at a line, it should be above the line because y is your up-down value. So if y is greater than the line, you would shade above it. But if y is less than the line, you would shade below it. So in this case, we've got that line and this yellow shading. You have to include the shading as part of your solution because anything that's in that shaded area would work in this inequality. All right, that's it for inequalities. I hope you guys have a great day.